Imagination and fantasy.
Yeah.
There's so much imagination, there's so much fantasy and flair. Imagination and flair. Lack a bit of imagination, fantasy. Imagination and fantasy.
Yeah.
There's so much imagination, there's so much fantasy and flair. Imagination and flair. Lack a bit of imagination and fantasy.
Good evening and welcome back to the Sokkah podcast. Now, last episode, me and Joe interviewed Tony Sage. Now, Joe has where's he gone? He's doing an accounting course.
Yes.
That Josh is doing as well.
Yes,
So
I am.
Josh sits to the right of me. We're not going to call Josh a super fan. We're going to call him a glory enthusiast.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
That hits a nail on the head there.
Hits down the head. Okay, good. So Joe has been telling me he's very busy. He reckons 100 pages of notes in a week he needs to take, on top of his work. What do you say about this, Josh?
Depending on what unit you're doing.
Okay.
Because I'm currently doing audit, and that's not too bad. Not 100 pages worth, but it's a bit of content, but
Okay.
not too bad. If it's tax, then it probably around that.
So there is merit to Joe not being available for the podcast.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the Sokkah podcast, so
It is.
always time for that.
Now, we are in Leaderville. Now, lighting is actually okay. It's not bad. Parking costs money.
$3 till 10 o'clock.
Now, Josh, you've already been noticed by it's very busy street.
lot of foot traffic.
Very busy street. But that's okay. These microphones are pretty good at actually picking up local audio,
Yes.
which is good. Now, there's been so we're in Leaderville. Parking cost. How do you pay for parking till midnight? That's what I'm saying.
You press the button, you put the plus on there till 12
No,
o'clock.
but like you shouldn't be past 7. Don't pay.
Man, I don't know. Revenue. It's like Curtin University,
It's
the
revenue
parking
and
there.
something that okay, we won't segue just yet. But in the A-League at the moment, we're not even sure there's going to be a season next year. But the topic of the day is Tony Sage standing down his players. And
Big
pretty
one.
much everyone, like I watched a live stream today, Lucy Zelich was on the World Game,
Mhm.
and she was just ranting and raving about how he's doing just a pathetic job and he's a laughing stock. And everyone just takes the piss out of him.
I mean, I guess there's his side, and then there's the viewer side, the fan side.
Yeah.
I mean, from his side, it's purely business.
Yeah. And
So-
and at the moment there's no income.
Yeah, no income. I think he said something about 70% of income being lost. So he was spitting facts, he was spitting figures when he was doing his letter to the members.
Yeah.
And I can see it from his. I can understand it, being an accountant, knowing all that business side of it all. I'm sure
Yep.
Joe would agree. But there's also the viewer side and the love for the club and the love for the game
Yeah.
and standing down the players. So I'm torn, but I always lean to the side of the fans. And yeah, I'm a little bit pissed at him as well.
Like I am, but like, Lucy Zelich and the other bloke were speaking about all these solutions, like having a like a crowd-funded club, or like crowd can own the club, like it's a crowdsourcer. But like no one else will buy the club and lose money. No one will do it.
Yeah. Or
That's just I reckon the bottom line. No one in Perth. There's no one to buy the club.
yeah, I don't. Oh, I think there's no one to buy the club at the demands of Tony, because I'm not 100%
Yeah.
certain if this is true, but I believe he wants to sell like 50% maybe, or maybe sell a controlling stake but still have control of the board, which no businessman would do right in their mind.
That's
So
true. That's true. Now me and Joe interviewed him, and so we went into his office. This is like the insider scoop. So I took a video of like me from my perspective
Yeah.
inside his office. We walked in.
it was a very good podcast, by the way. I did like that one.
Thank you, Josh.
I'm a fan of that.
Thank you,
so it was
Josh.
Good.
So we were going to record, but Tony wasn't a big fan of recording. So we just did a strictly so we sat across his coffee table, face to face, and it was good. We
Yep.
could have asked some harder hitters.
Did you have coffee with him?
We didn't.
He didn't offer.
He didn't offer.
That's
no.
bad hospitality there.
It wasn't bad hospitality. It was very nervous. We were very nervous inside.
Where is his office actually?
I'm not going to disclose the exact
I
whereabouts.
know where it roughly is, because I see him every time I go to work in the morning. He's like coming out from the
Yeah,
gym.
it's the Subiaco-esque area, I believe. And the office is pretty cool. He's got a few like Perth Glory shirts up on the top.
Represent, yeah.
And
Is
so
that the old vintage Capel one?
no,
Oh.
but so the only thing
Mate,
that
Tony, what are you doing?
the only thing that people got from the podcast was the Kappa leak.
Jesus. Hey.
No crack.
No, good save.
So we got shared a few times. I think the Far Post shared us. Glory Central shared us on Facebook. But the thing I think the Glory Hub, so the A-League Hub on Twitter posted that like quoted us as a news source. This is the first
Oh,
time
Jesus
ever.
Christ.
And they said Glory Kappa kits incoming. So I mean, we could have asked LFE. It would have been hard to. I mean, in hindsight, definitely yes, we should have. But I just didn't know how to get there. You know.
Oh, well, there's always the risk that there. If you ask that question, he's like, "No, we're done."
Yeah.
Walk out the interview, and then you just lost a good pod there. So, yeah. So, I think you did all right.
Yeah.
Like I said to you before we started recording, you could have maybe asked a couple of harder hitter questions, but I would have asked about the Castro situation.
So no, we weren't allowed to say it. So that was the thing. We
are you
weren't
serious? Is that the one thing you weren't allowed? Oh, okay, that explains that.
And so the day after they announced, obviously Popper was leaving, and he just said, he said no Castro because it was like legal
dispute.
contracts.
Yep.
And with Pop, he's like, I haven't heard anything. So I was like, oh. So,
yeah, fair enough.
We could have got him to say that on the air, but we just So there you go.
Oh.
But Josh, a very funny. Joe and Josh is a very interesting
Two
thing.
J's,
came
two
out today.
accountants.
That's true. That there's the Glory contract list or the Glory team list at the moment. This got released. Now I see. So green is on contract. Red is off contract.
Actually, let me pop that up if I can.
And yellow's out of contract.
Yes.
So let me count green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, 13 players I don't really believe we have in contract. It's more like 11. So...
And I reckon question marks Justin all over that. So
100%. So, okay, so we're going to go through all of them. I want to comment on all of them.
Yep, got that up now,
Tando Valapi release. Sad. Very sad evening.
Oh, sad face. Sad.
Very sad evening. Alex Grant linked to Oldham but under contract. If I was Alex, I'd probably go.
Yeah, but he seems like he's settled here. Like, when he came in, I was like, Stoke City, Tony Pulis-esque football. But
he's a monster.
I rate him.
Yeah. He's a great bloke. He's a monster. But would I stay in Perth? Probably not.
Give it. Perth's a good city, but
Perth's a good city. But would I stay in Perth Glory? Probably not.
Yeah, fair enough.
Jacob Tratt, how did he get a contract?
No comment. No comment at all.
I mean, the game against Adelaide. No, Josh, please tell me, because the game against Adelaide, when I think it was like 3-0 down at half time, and he was just absolutely atrocious.
Every time I've watched him play... the first time I watched him play was...
He's had some good games.
His debut for Sydney when he scored the goal.
Yeah,
that was...
What,
I was like...
for Sydney?
Yeah,
okay.
when he was playing for Sydney. I was like, shit, he's not too bad. He scored the first goal. Then I watched him play the other... I think it was against Adelaide, his second game. Scored again. Saw him... Did good defensive work.
Yeah.
Was all right. I was like, when we signed him, I was like, not bad, Popper. Good job.
Yeah.
And then...
So
just straight down.
So away at Newcastle this year, he had a good game. And that was the only thing I remember him being good. And then... The Adelaide game, just atrocious. Now, Josh, as you read out Ivan Franish, I'm just going to check if we're still recording.
We've been having some technical difficulties with the recording.
Oh, we're all good. Okay.
We're all good?
So, Ivan Franish, why did MacArthur sign him, is my question. I think retire.
Yeah. Is he from... No, he's from Melbourne, isn't he?
Well, he spent a long time in Brisbane. I
under
I'd say Melbourne.
Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona.
Good old Ange. I
thought he was done, to be honest.
I didn't have that. I mean, fitness, you could see at the end of when he was playing for Glory last Premier season, which is season before last.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, still could complain about him, but he was good.
Scored the goal that won us the Premier's play. I can't complain.
Yeah, that's true.
Cannot complain.
See, for me, Joe always used to say he was a system player, and I used to say he couldn't cross.
He could. Yeah.
His crossing's just inconsistent.
Yeah, his crossing was very inconsistent, but he did things, and then he had the ability to do nothing all game and then show up and score a goal, which I didn't mind.
That's true. That's true. He'd be a decent player for MacArthur, their new team.
Yeah.
But I don't really think you're getting much out of him, to be honest.
I think just 1 year contract.
Yeah.
I was going to say get a decent pay, but
yeah.
COVID-19, so there you go.
Now, Dino Djurbic released. Very sad. Now, we messaged him on Instagram.
Oh, you did?
This is at Dino Djurbic here. Please come on the podcast.
Come on, Dino.
Actually,
Dino. Get on.
Story. I'm going to shout out Ruben Tuffin, my friend.
If Trio Homes could sponsor as well, that'd be great.
Now, my friend Ruben is he works in a butcher shop, and he tells me that Dino comes in at lunch to get a roll.
Respect.
And he says that if he says, if you want me to stop him and say, you know what, I've got these guys who run a podcast, they'd be happy to have you. So I haven't said yes yet, but we messaged Dino on Instagram as well, and he hasn't replied.
Well, I actually know where he goes to get one of his coffees on the regular.
Really?
In Mount Lawley.
So maybe we should just record. We should be recording like this as he walks in, and
Possibly,
then just get him to sit down.
Yeah, I know the owner pretty well, so I could go in there, have a chat to him. And fingers crossed on a Saturday or Sunday we can get him in there.
Very good. Because I mean, I feel like I was thinking about Dino, and when he was playing under Kenny, he had obviously when we were very bad at times under Kenny, he played one game at Sydney away. We played 3 at the back. He played right centre back. And I remember, I think Bobo and Ninkovic scored like 3 goals, just all down his side. And after then, I thought he was done. But he did revive his career.
He did well under Popper in the season before last,
Yes.
again, being the 18-19 season.
Yeah.
Played well, had no ACL in the grand final, but
No.
solid, respect. Doing an ACL injury, I can attest that would be shit.
Yeah.
It would hurt.
Yeah.
Adrenaline's pumping through it, but respect.
Did you play? So you did your ACL during a game?
Yes.
Did you play after? Or did you
No,
come
I
off?
was done. I couldn't even walk, I bent my knee down. I was like, no, just coach, take me off,
Yeah.
It was done.
I mean, I imagine so. Now, Joel Chinese has gone to India.
That's a sad one.
I mean, when he was good, he was amazing.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Cheers,
Thank
appreciate
you. No
it.
worries. When he was good, he was amazing. But when he was poor, he was rubbish.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
This was like, you just got 2 completely different
What
players.
was
You
it?
didn't know he was
It
going
was,
to show
it was
up.
the Sydney. It was a semi-final against Sydney.
Yeah.
It was just no one was like, everyone was like, what the hell?
Yeah, and the game before, obviously, left foot banger, bottom corner.
Yeah, it's just hot and cold.
And he had an extremely good left foot shot, and he's not left footed. It's just something that I actually respected.
Yeah.
But
I mean, his touch was questionable at times, and I thought he had no left foot because every
Yeah.
time I watch him, I'm like, go on, Joel, go on,
yeah,
go on.
he'd never go on his left,
Go on.
but he'd eventually shoot on his left
Yeah,
sometimes. So
yeah.
Odd. James Meredith out of contract. No one's renewed it, so I think he's retiring.
I could take. Yeah, well, he was meant to retire before he came with the Glory.
He was,
But Popper
that's-
convinced him. So basically, now Popper's gone. I don't think he's going to be.
Yeah.
Don't think he's come back at all.
Yeah. And I probably prefer Daningham over him.
Oh, Danningham's a beast.
He's a beast. We'll get to Daningham. He's on the list.
Yeah, and then we could talk about like Atkinson and Nabil after as well.
Yes, we will.
That's a sad one there.
That'll be the 2 the red ones. So Bruno Fornaroli is green, but he's seeking exit allegedly.
Yeah, he's gone to Victory, isn't he?
Yes. I don't know. Is he? is that the rumor?
That's the room. I mean, I would love him to stay because he's nuts. His finishing is probably the best in the league. I reckon.
How he holds the ball up, I don't know.
Butt out.
The butt out.
The butt out.
It's the booty.
Never
It's the
forget
booty
that in
work.
junior training. Always when you play number 9, stick the butt out.
He's like Nikola Jokic playing striker, and if you get that reference, you understand completely.
Oh
he
wait,
plays
yeah,
for Denver
yeah,
Nuggets,
yeah,
the
yeah,
basketball
yeah,
lot,
yeah.
I just can't see him staying. He's just too good for us at the moment.
Yeah, considering the situation we're in with Sage and everything, and Sage would probably be like, "Oh, we'll just give you a bag of peanuts to play.
Yeah.
No market contract for you, mate."
Osama Malik is good. I like Osama Malik. Great haircut.
Yeah. I get. He's I missed the bun though.
Yeah.
I missed the bun with him.
He scored against us at home. We were at home. He played for Adelaide, and pretty much he never scores any goals. And that was my dad made a comment like, everyone who scores against the Glory never scores, but they score against the Glory.
Topple Stanley. This
Yeah,
year.
Topple-
He got goal of the year. That was
That
a
was
banger.
great, banger.
Banger. If any goal's gonna get scored against us, it's that.
So I'm happy we have Osama. Great haircut. Now we're going to talk about Tommy Mochella being released.
That's a loss.
Now, there was one part in the season where he wasn't playing and we didn't know if he was injured or not.
Was he?
Well, I think this was to push Christian in the first team, but
Nepotism.
we never know. Now he was like way too good for us, along with Rick. Now, along with this news, we have Atkinson and Naboot not coming to the Glory.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Atkinson, I was certain was going to be like the perfect player for us.
Mate, he's a bit of a shit stirrer as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was one of the Fantastic Four on the Ollie Roos.
Oh yeah, he was too, wasn't he? Was it him, McGree?
Yeah.
I can't remember who else. It was.
Ollie Wales, Lockie Wales, and Wales McGree. Was Brandon Wilson one of them?
I think it was.
Yeah, it was Brandon Wilson, Lockie Wales,
They'll let us know if we're wrong.
Riley
so,
McGree.
Yeah.
Brandon Wilson, maybe not.
That was an interesting situation they got themselves into
It
there.
was
But
the
boys will be
the
boys.
Fantastic Four. Now Atkinson, yeah, I've always sang his praise. He'd be a sick right wing back.
Oh yeah, he would have been
he'd
perfect.
fit our system perfectly.
Well, are we going to have that system now?
I feel like no.
Yeah, I think the back three's gone with the wing backs.
I think Garcia is going to be very stock standard and play 4 at the back.
Yeah,
Probably play 4-3-3.
I haven't seen his NPL boys play
Yeah, me
because
either. I don't think I play at the same time as them. So
I just don't want. I don't go down to those games anymore, unfortunately.
fair enough.
Yeah, I try to every now and again if some boys are playing, but
Yeah.
unfortunately not.
And then there's people with the opinion that like actually perfect segue, but we'll get back to what we're talking about. I went on this. So there was someone posted the news that the 2 boys aren't signing for the Glory in the WA NPL State League page, which is a great page, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely great.
Now 3 comments I want to highlight here. Three very interesting opinions. Kevin Kavanagh says, I'm naming names here.
Oh,
so-
okay, calling him out, big one.
I've seen better players on Lake Chichester. He's referring to the A-League. Now, Kevin, no. He is the epitome of why there are problems in Australia. All right? That's all I'm going to say. Pete Connolly. I think I know Pete. I don't know, maybe not. He says, A bit harsh considering they made the GF last year and playoffs this year without Diego. It will be a challenge recruiting players with COVID restrictions, but hopefully more opportunities for local players.
More
to step
positive
up.
outlook there from
Very
him.
positive
Very
outlook.
positive outlook.
Pete, we like you.
Yeah,
now,
good man.
Chris
You're
Brady.
good.
Now,
Chris Brady. Oh, I know Chris Brady. Everyone knows Chris Brady. Chris Brady. If you're in the MPL, if you're in that page, you know Chris Brady.
Okay. So, I mean, I don't know. I know him. I don't know if he's good or bad, but anyway. He says, Glory been a rabble for years. Looks like COVID is going to be the straw that finally broke the camel's back. Now, Chris. You are one of many that will go and watch the MPL and the State League. Like, I play in the State League. I don't want to watch myself play. It's not a good spectacle. I'd rather watch the Glory.
Of course you would. Who wouldn't?
You're
They're
one of those
professional.
people-
They're semi-professional.
Exactly. You support the State League and don't support the Glory. If you support the Glory, better things will happen. You know? There's such a disconnect.
I mean, there's no. I understand that, but there should be a. My mate Jordan Sarah would like this discussion about the
Sarah
state.
might come on the podcast as well.
I don't know after the decision to switch allegiances there.
We'll talk about
we
this.
need to get that.
There's just a disconnect.
But if you support, I understand. So you got to support the State League, and then you got to also support the A League at the same time. And it's like, oh, but both are shit, or soccer shit in Australia. It's like, yeah, but it's what we have here. It's what we've got. It's
Exactly.
not the best, but it's improving. The league's only 10 years old. I mean, we've lost our two major sponsors.
Yeah.
Foxtel and Hyundai, but we're getting there. It's a slow rebuild, you know. Possibly Optus or something coming through.
By not supporting, you are not taking a stand. It's like you're taking a strike at work, but it's just stupid striker. It's not going to make a difference.
Yeah.
Chris, go to the A League. Go to watch Perth
Go
Glory
on.
now. Another segue. Now, this is on the topic of WA State League. In Perth, there is they usually call it. It's an off-season tournament. They usually call it the African Cup of Nations or the Ethnic Cup.
No, I think that what's happened is that the Ethnic Cup doesn't exist anymore.
That's right, because you can't. You can't call something the Ethnic Cup.
I don't know if it's that. There's a reason for it. I don't know the full story. That's a Jordan Sarah story to tell.
Yes.
But this replaces the Ethnic Cup.
It does.
Yeah.
Now, the Ethnic Cup was run not by Football West, so Football West is obviously the governing body. It was run very informally. I don't know how teams actually entered. Like, it was very word of mouth. Oh no, it was
I've
not
got
even word of
no
mouth.
clue.
It was like you get a dodgy email about the Ethnic Cup, and then you rock up at this venue.
I never. This is the first year I'm playing, so
Yeah.
I'm never. No, I'm not 100% certain.
So, and I've been injured the last 2 years. Obviously, wanted to play in the Ethnic Cup, couldn't. This year, Josh approached me and said, "Would you like to play for Canada?" And I obviously don't have an allegiance.
This year being Monday.
Yes, this year being Monday. He messaged me and he said, "Would you like to play for Canada?" And because I was looking for a team, and I said, "You know what? I'd love to play for Canada." But at the same time, I put my feelers out to Josh Marocchi, my 8th cousin, who
Is he actually your 8th cousin?
7th or 8th. 7th or 8th. And I said, Josh, because Josh usually plays for Poland. And I said, Josh, I want to play in the Ethnic Cup. What's the go? I need to speak to you. And he says, well, I'm going to play for Italy. And his dad Eric, he's going to be the coach.
Oh,
Eric Marocchi,
cool.
great guy. And he said, when we organise that, I'll let you know. But I hadn't heard anything. And I was like, oh, he from Canada first. I say yes to Canada.
First
but then
in, first serve.
But so Josh sent me a Facebook message. Now I got an email from the Italian manager to say, be a part of the team.
Yep.
And
Wait, they have a manager?
they have a
Jeez. Canada boys, what we doing?
They have a
I
manager.
mean, that's like me. That's like pseudo me and Jordan at the moment, but we'll get there. Don't worry.
So the Italian team have a manager, and I've decided to jump ship, and I've been poached and play for Italy.
We're not too happy with that, and you may or may not get a 2 foot in the ankle. You might get re-injured again, but
When we verse,
not confirming anything.
I'll post it on all our socials so everyone can come watch.
Big game though. Oh, if we verse, because we might not be in the same
Might have
group.
been- hopefully we're in the same
Fixtures
group.
haven't been announced yet, so
Yeah,
it's going to be
that's it.
interesting. But
Hopefully we're in the same group.
everyone support Canada.
Awesome. Okay, great segues. We're back. Diego Castro, green, status unknown. Now, apparently, was he threatened to be deported? Is this true?
Thanks, man.
Was Diego Castro threatened to be deported? This is what I hear.
Apparently so.
This is what
You're
Lucy
going to
Zelich
threaten the guy with deep. Why?
I don't-
He's been here for basically 5 years.
It's true. I just don't see. I don't even see, like. Obviously, I think Lucy was telling us that this is quite a credible rumour, that he was really being threatened.
Who's threatening him though? Is it like Tony, like sitting him in a room?
Well,
like,
that's right.
Like not even because I don't see Pinata doing that. I
No.
see Sage. I could see not to shit on Sage, but I can see Sage like doing like, listen, if you don't play or don't honour your contract, we're gonna deport you.
I mean, I can't see that happening. But what I can see happening is Diego getting on a caravan and travelling around Australia while the A-League's happening. That is just premier.
Respect.
Like-
Is that fucking good? He's gonna be like, fuck you guys. I'm gonna go and travel around
Australia
Australia.
around Australia. Exactly. I would have loved. I wish he was active on Instagram because I would have really liked to see. Actually, he's I don't even follow him.
McGowan would like him as well. He's supporting WA tourism. So there you go.
So Diego would love you to stay.
Please stay because you're like the club, and
You are the club.
If he's
even though
gone-
you're like 39, probably about
still
this-
like at least top 4, top 5 best players. On
top
the league.
5 of players. Yeah.
Highest rated on FIFA. There you go, 76
true,
rated.
yeah.
Hasn't changed ratings for the last
Hasn't got
5
a
years.
contract, but he's definitely made the ratings.
Yeah.
FIFA 21. Now,
Hashtag Diego, please stay.
Nick D'Agostino in green. Thank God.
He'll probably. I don't see him moving.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
see him moving.
I don't see him moving.
Yeah.
He's playing here. I mean, the only way I see him moving is he's from Brisbane.
I'd say he's from Brisbane.
Maybe is Warren Moon's coaching? Is he?
Yes, Warren Moon is the coach.
Possibly, maybe.
But he wouldn't play consistently there. In this squad of like 10 players, see the people in green.
Yeah, he's going to get 90 minutes week in week
Yeah.
out. Especially consider the lack of we got no
don't have
midfielders. We got the only one that's green that's somewhat that's a winger is Economides, and he's got
I
no
think
knees.
Economides is going.
Oh yeah, he'll
that-
probably go.
He will definitely go. So
I'm-
yeah, because rumours obviously he got injured and wasn't happy with the injury. He blamed it on the club essentially.
on the physio.
Yeah. So
Shit.
so
good.
That's a rumour. But I think he's out the door. He probably. I reckon. I mean, hopefully he goes to Italy. I feel like it's where he belongs.
I said yeah, Italy. I even reckon maybe La Liga possibly.
Yeah, like a lower.
I could see him maybe doing. I reckon he could start off maybe in the second league and then
Yeah.
possibly moving up to La
Yeah,
Liga.
I could see him like 30 minutes off the bench in La Liga.
Yeah, I reckon he actually not too. I reckon he maybe do a John Aloisi-esque,
Oh, yeah.
possibly. No, so who knows?
I like that. But yeah, he'll leave. Brimmer, he's out. I like Brimmer. We need to keep him. He's like our only midfielder.
I remember when he was playing. I think I watched him play for like the under-17s back in the day. I was like, oh, he plays for Liverpool. Oh, Australia, he plays for Liverpool.
Yeah,
cool.
I know.
And then he came to Glory, and I was like, oh, cool.
At the start, yeah, that's literally my reaction.
I was like, cool. And then he didn't play much. He didn't play too much under. Was it under Kenny he was signed?
Yeah,
And then he didn't play too much under Kenny
because the first team midfielders he just never got a shout. But he never really impressed me at the start, but he's gotten so much better.
Oh yeah, you can see like if there's a definition of development of a player under a coach, it's
Yeah.
Brimmer.
He's really gone. But
He can
like
whip a ball.
with sparing game time, he's really improved. So like it's frustrating he hasn't played a lot, but he's definitely improved.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I reckon he's probably one of our best players at the moment.
Yeah, and I think he settled. I think he's here because I think him and his partner are expecting. So
Okay.
yeah.
Fair enough. So
I mean-
Rimmers to stay.
Yeah,
Tarek Elrich, I'm surprised he's contracted.
he's gone. All right. I don't even know why we signed him.
he's one of those. We released Vince Lear. See, I would have liked Vince Lear to be kept.
Good looking bloke.
Yeah, he's for an older bloke, bit of a George
Not,
Clooney about it.
yeah, he's not bad. But
Um,
yeah, he was. I think. Well, my understanding was is that Elrich and Leah were signed for ACL depth,
Yes, and like neither of them played at all.
and then ACL didn't happen because COVID. And
But
then,
it will happen. Actually, Josh, hold that thought. We're going to pause, and we're back. Okay, we're back. So, Dane Ingham, what a beast.
Yeah, he's starting. He's either starting right back. He's one of the starting fullbacks.
Yeah. I'm surprised how big he was. I remember in Brisbane he was quite small.
Yeah, he's put on some size, and then he's what's happening with his brother? I reckon we're signing his brother.
Oh, Jai.
Yeah,
The
I
model.
reckon. I can see that. I can see us signing him because he's
Because
he's
it's just convenient.
convenient. He's cheap. Oh, we'll pay you a bag of peanuts and,
Yeah.
and give you
We'll give him a modelling contract in
yeah,
Perth.
and you can have a cup free coffees on us in Leadable.
Yeah, pretty much. He's sold. Carlo Armiento, he's good when he come on. He actually
I
looked like a
honestly
decent
didn't see enough of him to be. I saw
Yeah, he
like
played- he played like 20
15 minutes
Yeah,
of him.
Yeah.
And
But
I
that
saw him lose
impressed
the
me.
ball. Did he? Did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't see enough of him to get an impression out of him,
Yeah.
but a shame basically.
I mean, he's a green tick on this list, so... we've released One Day. Very sad.
oh, that's a heartbreak for me.
One Day is incredible.
Yeah,
like-
good photographer.
Oh,
Have
really?
you seen his Instagram?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's good. Good amateur. I'll show you after the show. It's good. It's good.
Oh, he's class. He's all class.
Yeah, I wonder where he's gonna go though.
I reckon he'll definitely get a gig somewhere else.
Back
I
to
reckon-
Spain?
Yeah, or I can see him going to India.
Oh yeah, big way. Yeah, because they're all the wages are.
Or even
big.
like China. Like he's a.
I can see India because like you can all the other A-League, Exodus of A-League players all going to India, so
Yeah, so
India
they-
might be the better option.
That's true. Now our mates Gabriel and Christian are likely to join Xanthia or Xanthi.
You see, Bratton went there today.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was a
No,
bit
no,
of
Brillante.
no, Brillante.
Brillante.
Long
Yeah,
hair,
yeah, short
ugly
hair.
face. There. Yeah.
This is hilarious. Now, if Tony thinks he's just going to bring Christian into the first team in Greece, they will beat the shit out of him.
Second division. Have you read I think Postacoglu's book Changing the Game?
No.
So in that book, he talks about his. You know how he managed second division in Greece,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So in that book, he talks about that, and he talks about when they would lose a game, coming back on the team bus,
Yeah.
the bus would literally be shaken by fans and shit would be thrown at
yeah.
them. So you can imagine what happens when he brings on Gabriel and you have Christian up top, and like the other way around. So
Christian-
Gabriel in number 9,
Yeah.
Christian in 6, and nothing happens and they lose 3-0.
I'm scared. I'm literally scared for their lives.
I reckon-
they're going to get targeted.
I reckon he's got 6 months, maybe to a year. Oh, actually, saying that, the Bill Pappas is the owner now,
Yes,
the
Bill
president.
Papp. Oh,
So
then he wouldn't sack Tony.
yeah, exactly. He's probably like to get him there. He's like, listen, I'll give you the time.
Yeah.
I understand what you need to do. So yeah.
So actually, I forgot that he actually knows the owner because I'm pretty sure in Turkey he wouldn't have known the owner.
Yeah, that was just the whole.
Yeah.
He's got this thing about.
Apparently,
I
no
need
one
a
got
coach in
paid in
Europe.
Turkey. No one got paid in Turkey, really. If that's
Really?
Yeah.
It was such a like. Even he left so abruptly as well. Like, oh, I'm gonna leave 2 weeks before the season starts because I want to go there. He should have just stayed at Crystal Palace, if anything.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, if I fear for their lives if they come on, but Liam Reddy, absolute legend. He's to the club for
he's
next
earned my respect. I
year.
know someone whose son plays with Liam's son. So,
I've coached Liam's sons
Yeah.
before. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, and he's a unit for his age as well.
Yeah,
so
he is. Now, obviously, very unfortunate in the final, his mistake. But it does happen.
Reddy has that. He'll be super consistent, and then he'll save us. So Adelaide semi-final last year, a couple of the games. Then you have a game like Melbourne City a couple of years ago when we needed to make finals.
Yes, and
And a 5-2 thought he was Xavi or Maradona and went on a run, and then
he's like 19 good games and one bad one.
yeah,
at this
which
rate.
I can tell you that's consistent for
I
us. So
like that.
he's saved us many times. So
For sure.
his
Daniel-
feet aren't the best, but yeah.
Daniel Margush, who is a goalkeeper
Reserve.
from Adelaide, who came with Armiento. Yanni Perkatis is out, back to Sydney United. I think he joined his mate Thomas James.
Yep, pretty
believe.
much. And he probably the same as he's a midfielder, isn't he?
Yeah, he's probably better than
He's probably better than Christian Popovich, but
100%.
probably the same situation as what happened with what was
100%.
the other one? I forgot his name.
Thomas James.
Thomas James. Yeah, probably same situation where I'm better than them, but he faced his son, so
Yeah, literally. He just didn't say it.
Yeah.
Thomas James said
Did
it.
they resolve that dispute with the release
No, I
of
think
it?
Thomas James just mic dropped and left. Which is yeah.
I'm not going to drop these. These seem expensive.
Oh, Josh, just hold the microphone like a little bit further away.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's
sorry.
okay.
My
That's
bad.
okay. Neil Kilkenny
Apologies.
to stay till 2022 and hopefully become our head coach.
Well, he's got a coaching position after his contract.
He does.
ends, Yeah.
So that's what, obviously you can't throw him straight in head coach because that'd be foolish. But he's definitely got the capacity of head coaching.
Juve did it. Why not?
How? I'm not sure.
I reckon I can see him being. I can see him like he'll be second assistant probably. I can see him becoming head coach.
Obviously, you're going to start as a system, but I reckon he'll be a very good coach. when he's in
Yeah,
his
you
day.
can. Well, he's basically was coaching the field.
Yeah,
much.
he's pretty-
The amount of orders he was barking.
Essentially. Okay, so let's talk about Richard Garcia
Oh,
because they've appointed him. Now, we're thinking like a cheap as chips negotiation going on.
oh, everyone thinks that. Every article says that. It's the option.
Now, our options were there was a lot of options. There was a list, but I'm thinking like Stephen McGarry, Richie Garcia, Hayden Fox, and maybe Bobby Desotowski.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're Team Fox here.
Yeah, I'm 100%. I'm going to be skeptical of this appointment of Garcia.
Yeah.
I know Stevie.
Yeah.
He used to help me back in the day with a bit of training when I thought I had a career.
Yeah.
I don't.
Like we
nowhere
all.
near it. I used to give him a bit of stick when he was a player, but absolutely nicest guy. And
Yeah,
good coach
he's
as-
a genuine
he's
guy,
a lad.
man.
So I wish him the best.
Yeah.
I wish Richard the best for the club, but
Yeah.
I'm going to be a skeptic of this appointment.
Yeah.
And
I think Steve will probably be the assistant. I haven't really confirmed it yet, but
I think he will because
and run the academy as well.
Yeah, but I think Burns, McGarry, and Garcia all contracts were all for renegotiation due to this pay dispute as well.
That's right.
So
Because there's rumours Burns might be out.
yeah, which I think is a bit. I mean, I guess you could say that.
He does have a lot of power, Jacob Burns. You
oh
can't-
yeah,
can't deny that.
there's a lot of power in footballing matters. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but
So like overall, I think they gave it to Garcia because obviously McGarry was overseeing the academy, but wasn't actually coaching. I think he might have been coaching the 20s, but Garcia was coaching the first team.
Yeah.
So it's like the logical NPL first team. So I guess the logical step to go from NPL first team to A-League first team.
the true internal appointment,
It is-
and it's following the trend that's been happening.
Yes.
Yeah,
Now, what I believe is they're pretty much just going to promote, which is like an incredible opportunity for the NPL Glory Boys. I'm pretty sure they're just going to promote like 6 or 7 of them to play in the Asian Champions
Yeah.
League. And that's like It's like some of them might not be good enough, but like just go, let's do
You
it.
have to, you know. And then, I mean, Tony's gonna be like, I have no money.
Yeah,
State government, you're sponsoring me. I need it.
they
They're
are
too busy with Clive Palmer's the legal battle with Clive Palmer though. So
exactly. So I don't know about. Obviously, I haven't seen any games like Josh has said about the first team APL. I'm assuming we're going to play 4-3-3 and be very stock standard. I really don't see. I really can't see his identity as a coach. I haven't heard much from it yet.
I have no idea what his identity is. It'll be interesting. I think it might just be possession based, but literally it's going to be against in the ACL. It's going to be backs to the wall for us.
Yeah, I think if he parks the bus, I'd be like, good. Like,
If
respect.
we lose by 3-0 only, that's good. That's a success in my eyes.
It's true.
The thing is that some of these boys are like still in high school, and they're like, oh, we're going to have to take you all to like Asia. They're going to have to be in a hub for like 5 weeks, so they're all going to have to like zoom into their classes.
That's true.
And Waste is coming up as well for them.
Waste
So
is very tough. So I wish all the boys the best. Now, news today. Chinese investment company. This is not on the list, by the way. I just took a screenshot.
Yeah,
of this.
that's I did follow that up. That's Newcastle, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sky Jade Capital have agreed in principle to buy A-League team Newcastle Jets from current owner Martin Lee, according to the Sydney Morning Herald. Now, are they a cryptocurrency joint?
Maybe.
Yeah. Not sure.
Is it going to be like a LD Sports in Southampton style where you put a website up? Have you seen the website for that before?
No.
I'll show you. It's ridiculous. It's like
just a big hoax.
It's a big hoax. It's basically just a way for them to funnel money out of China.
Yes.
So that's possibly what that is.
Makes sense. That sounds about right. Now, before we go into the news, I'm going to check if the camera's still working. But
We're still pretty. We're still looking pretty.
yeah, the red light's on. I assume we're filming.
That's good.
16 minutes to go. Now we're going to do a season recap, but we've got too much news to talk about.
The news.
So, let's have a look. Okay. Callum McCowart signs for Danish Division 1 club, FC Helsingør. Now, Callum McCowart, you watch him for Wellington?
I watched him a little bit, and good on him. Fun fact, though,
Young boy.
that the co-owner, Jordan Gardner of LC Helsingør,
Mm.
actually led a consortium, or was involved in a consortium to bring back Gold Coast United to the A-League in 2018. I did
This
my
is
research.
why Josh is on the podcast.
I did my research for this, and anyone that knows me knows I would know this sort of shit, because like, this is the shit that I do. So
Our fans will appreciate this. That's hilarious. We've talked about Poppers following his dad. Now, Diamante, in my notes, he wins the Warren Joyce Award.
he sent me the notes, and he's like Diamante and Warren Joyce, and I'm like, I googled Diamante and Warren Joyce, and it came up with Warren Joyce's lovely face, and I went, oh wait, no, he won the Johnny Warren.
He won the Johnny Warren. Now, I think this is fair. He's just
God, left foot.
he is God.
He's my highlight of the season from him is those 2 chips that he did against Western Sydney.
Oh, I was watching that game as well. Oh, prime.
Nuts, man. Absolutely crazy.
His celebration is incredible.
And
he brought so much to the league.
you see his Australian accent?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Rip a day. I'm not going to even attempt that. Rip a day.
Oh, Jesus. So, very deserved. Now, Monbear wins Coach of the Year. Interesting, this one. Because people would have thought you could argue Ufi Tale.
I would probably give it to him,
yeah.
considering the resources and the position that Wellington were in.
Yes, prior team coming in.
Yes.
Obviously they came off a decent run with Rudin, but I think
I think just the whole situation with him leaving and then did anyone from their team leave? That was big.
I'm trying to think now. They would have had a few outs. He's signed. He recruited very well.
Yeah, definitely
recruited
very well. Yeah.
Actually, would Krishna have played last year? Was that year before?
I think no. Chris was year before.
Year before. But for Tale's first year, incredible. Now, there's arguments for Mark Rudan for bringing a new club up, but he just fired too many players.
He also fired didn't he fire the kit manager or something?
Probably. He did. Like, I want to know how to. So with Rudan, it's like a scale, and there's a halfway point in the scale. You're on one side of him, or you're on the other side of him, and the scale just flips very quickly.
Oh, someone once told me he was like the Jose Mourinho. I mean, not tactics wise, but Jose Mourinho of the A-League. Just that aura and the ability to like be loved and then to be hated at one point.
Yeah, I wonder what you do to get on the bad side. Like, I can't think. It's like your shoelaces aren't tied up tight enough. Done. Get out.
You breathe, go for a lap it.
Chewing gum, not allowed. So, yeah, I mean, we talked about how he just like got rid of so many players, but surprisingly, they actually did well. So like,
Berisha, fuck Berisha, man.
Yeah.
Still, 2012 still hurts. Still raw, but
much. Max Burgess was a big one.
Oh, he was quality.
Yeah,
He had a very good year. Him, Diamante, and Berisha.
Berisha the main one. Obviously, we lost our
Connor
mate.
Payne and left wing back as well.
Was actually, and Risdon was pretty good.
Yeah,
And
Richmond
Durante.
he was more towards the end. He started to pick up.
But they had like in and out. So like that boy Uzcock joined from the NPL, like their centre back.
Oh, okay.
Because what's his name? Ursum Gulam was banished.
He was a good. When he came in, I was like, that's
Yeah.
not bad. He's played for Ben. Like,
He's a thug.
Where's he playing now?
Oh, probably in Turkey. I
Yes,
reckon.
fair enough.
And then who was the Greek guy?
Kono.
Joe loved him.
Peña Kono.
Connor.
Got a
we
nice haircut.
lost.
Nice hairdo.
Very nice haircut. So obviously lost him. But Lustica came in as well, did a decent job towards the end of the season. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Now, so what do they call these awards tonight? The Dolan
Warren Awards.
The Dolan Warren.
Yeah.
So obviously Johnny Warren, and then who's Dolan?
Oh, I forgot her name.
Yeah, she's a female athlete. A very good Matilda, I believe.
Yeah. It's off my head right now. Yeah.
Anyway, the awards.
Yeah.
Now, so obviously this was Zoom Awards, I believe. It was all on Zoom.
Yeah, all on Zoom. COVID-19 restrictions.
Of course. J-Mac was wearing socks and slippers.
Respect.
Now,
Why not?
Josh, so obviously at work, you're an accountant.
Yes.
Was there a period where you were working at home?
No. For me, no.
Oh, you were always in the office?
Yeah. My boss made the decision for us to socially distance in the office.
Fair enough.
And then we commuted to the office in threes.
In threes, okay.
North and south
Yes.
of the river, so we did that.
Are you a small office? Is that why you could sort of get away with this?
Yes, yes, so this is my current employee until Tuesday now.
Okay.
Yes. I've resigned 2 weeks ago. I'm moving employers. So.
Moving employees?
Yes.
Very interesting. This is breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news.
Now,
Make it trending on Twitter.
What I was getting at is there was no Zoom meetings where you were like suit half, top, and like bottom half was just like pajamas.
No. If I had the opportunity, I'd definitely
would've
take
done
it.
that, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't mind putting on a good suit.
Yeah.
Your dad would greatly appreciate that. So
He does.
I don't mind a good suit. But yeah, if I had it in the comfort of my own home, I had to get in there. I'd put on the blazer, the button shirt. Oh,
Yeah.
some traffic accident over there.
Lots of beeps.
That's a very prolonged beep.
Actually, funny enough, I had dinner at Leederville the other night. And actually, no, this is the second last time I did in Leederville. And I parked over there, paid for parking, walking down, and there's just a big old domestic going on. Two people shouting at each other.
Oh.
You know, I'm surprised we're not getting shouted at now.
You what? Just wait. Don't.
You know, we
don't
won't
speak
speak too soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mate, come to the city. You see it every day. It's so good.
Gary, hang on.
Oh, we're still going on socks and slippers there.
Socks and slippers. I think is see at uni. So when I work in uni at home, I'm more of a just like don't get changed. Just wake up, breakfast, at the desk. That's what I like about uni.
No, I'm not. I get up, have the shower, put on something else,
and then sit down.
yeah, because the mind changes,
Right, yeah.
the mindset. You know,
There's some psychology behind that.
especially if you were working from home, right? That would be
Yeah.
that situation you were in.
I think if I was working from home, I'd have to have a shower and like get dressed and do the whole.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a bad cycle.
Yeah,
get
you
in.
wouldn't get much done.
Now, Shrewsbury and Portsmouth want to sign Matt Miller. That's interesting. He's a very English type player, Matt Miller.
Yes. He even said that.
Yeah.
I think he's gone. I think he's out the door. He's basically just.
I
said-
would take any deal if I
Yeah,
got
he's
it.
like he likes a challenge. He thinks his game and body type and style suit
Fits
the league.
it.
Yeah.
Because they all want wing backs, so they all play like 5-3-2 there and like 4-4-2. So I reckon he's the perfect like right back for Division 2, Division 1 Empower.
Wait, is it? Yeah. So Shrewsbury League 2 or League 1? It's been a while.
Portsmouth,
League 1.
Shrewsbury have to be League 2.
I don't know. I should know this, but I don't. Yeah.
If we have any Shrewsbury or Portsmouth supporters,
Yeah.
please comment below and tell us how wrong we are.
And I think he's going to be out the door because Shrewsbury coach is actually friends with Carl Robinson, the Newcastle coach. Because they
Interesting.
played together in Wales. Oh, playing for the Wales national team for a while.
Right.
So, bit of a.
Love the research, Josh.
Yeah.
Love the research. Now, Lockie Wales, who I like to name drop a lot on the podcast, was going. The headline was going west, and I was
Man,
like, going to the glory.
Yeah. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, West. Yeah. Oh, bloody hell.
West United is not west. Oh, they are. I mean, of Melbourne. But
Yeah. I mean, that's a whole nother argument for West and West Melbourne and the choice there, but.
that is true. That is
Yeah.
true. I don't think we have time to go into that.
Oh yeah, I could talk for that on hours and end on that.
So, West United. So, I mean, I don't think Risdon would, because he'd probably play up the wing. He wouldn't play wing back. So, I mean, Burgess, Barisha, and Wales front three. Oh, actually, you need to mount in there as well.
Wales front three. I reckon he might do a change of tactics.
Yeah, I think.
Possibly. I think that's what he's going for.
Yeah.
I think he did the back three to establish it, get his philosophy across.
Yeah, and maybe flip a
do
little.
a bit of a Raf Hasenhüttl there, where he keeps one tactic, and then when he's ready, he'll implement his 4-2-2.
Yeah.
4-2-2.
4-2-2. Yep. very much could be the case.
Yeah, I mean, Wales, I'm like pretty indifferent on that guy, though, to be honest.
He's inconsistent,
Yeah.
but when he's good, he can be like, very good young player. But
Yeah, many haircuts, though.
many haircuts. Now, Gary Hooper and Stephen Taylor leave the Knicks. Two of their pretty influential players.
Oh, yeah, maybe Taylor more than Hooper. Long
Yeah.
pins. Long
Yeah.
pins right there.
Because Taylor was obviously their rock at the back. But I think Taylor's, in a way, he's an easy replacement. Like, I feel like there's more chance of getting a good centre back than there is getting. Like, if you lose Piscopo or you lose Davia, that's a harder player to get in.
Yeah. With your centre backs, you could probably. I mean, you're losing a leader there.
Yeah, so you need a leader.
Yeah, but he's you lose Durante, you lose Taylor. Yeah, they need someone else, I think, to come in. But Ufuk will probably do his work.
For sure. Now, let me check the camera. Let's see how we're going. 7 minutes left. Perfect.
So do you record for 7 minutes? Is that how that works?
Sorry?
Do you record for 7 minutes, like the 7 minutes, or do you just keep on going?
Because I've got a time. I will work it out. Okay, so we have.
Yeah.
Oh, so interestingly, the Wildcats signed players, and they managed to sort of get them over and quarantine them. So that was the original argument of how. Because
where are they coming from though? The Wild.
They were just coming from over somewhere.
Okay, so not like, was it Melbourne as well? Or?
Might have been Melbourne. Yeah, so there was an argument when Naboot and Atkinson first couldn't come. We didn't really know they weren't getting paid.
Yeah, it was that. And then I read that Pinata quoted, he's like, I spoke to the agents, and the boys definitely don't want to come at the moment. And I was like, that just sums up the glory, right, in that quote.
Essentially. So that was interesting. But I think to go on now, Carl Viet's in charge of Adelaide permanently.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I reckon that's a good.
'cause
Foundation player, scored the club's first goal.
And I think they actually did all right when he came in.
He's it was 2 wins and 3 draws from 5 games. 2 wins, 3 draws from 5 games.
Stats man, Josh Franzone. There you go. Yeah, I think that's decent signing. Now, I think actually we should conclude with, is the A-League even going ahead next year?
Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Yeah. I'd like some dates.
Dates? Well, didn't they say it was more towards December?
Well, that was originally when they were saying December start and then it goes on into...
Because they're slowly transitioning to a winter league.
Yeah, half summer, half winter. Yeah, we're half summer, half winter in the end. So I think the summer to June, you get the 40-degree days at NRB Stadium, which some may not like.
Have you ever played in 40 degree? You played in 40 degree day?
Oh,
mate,
not good.
And you're gonna have to play for pre-season. It's 20-minute quarters now because you had that water breaks and everything.
So my pre-season starts December 1st. I've been told for Curtin. So I'm literally gonna have no off season. I don't know if that's good for me.
Keeps you fit.
It's true.
Oh, you'll be injured, because someone might 2-foot you in the Ethnic Cup, but who knows? Just saying, be careful.
Oh, always. Now, I hope it goes ahead. Like, there's a lot of in the air at the moment with the PFA, like the bargaining agreement with the salary cap.
Do you reckon they'll come to agreement with that?
I don't think so. Well, I think that they said they'll go ahead without the agreement, and then the clubs will dictate their own salary caps. I was reading the article. I was a bit confused.
Tell
us, Josh.
Might have gone too close. Do you follow the Daily Oz? Was it DOF Daily Oz Football on Instagram?
Not on Instagram, no.
They're very good for some rumours than you pop on Instagram, but had a state that the A-League salary cap is set to be reduced from 3.2 million to 2.1 million. 2.1 million.
So,
that's a...
I mean, that goes with, the pay cuts, or, the general pay cuts, but really, we should be looking to abolish it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they should be looking at, there's multiple things. Everyone's still arguing. I read an article about second division. I was like, you're talking about second division now? We should be trying to, maintain the actual...
Yeah, exactly. It's bizarre how it's actually come about now. I think it's just a bit of a coincidence.
Yeah.
But, with the whole thing about second division, you need money. At the moment, the A-League clubs don't have money. So
do you agree with the independence model of the clubs running the league instead of the FFA?
I think so. But... the FFA need to be there when I feel like they should be stepping in now because shit's going wrong. The FFA really should be saying.
I reckon they're going to stick a big. I reckon they don't do anything because they're sticking a big fuck you. You wanted us out. We're not gonna help you now.
Yeah. I think if they become independent, they won't do anything.
But also, I think James Johnson would be like, I want the league to succeed.
So I need to put these things in place for it too. So I feel like if he wants to not keep it independent, if he wants to say, I'll run it for the show until it's working well, and then we can go independent. That could be an option. There are people that know greater things than I do on this topic, but they're just my general thoughts.
Just got to ask Tony Sage again.
We've got to go back to Tony Sage.
He was very big on that when I was listening to it.
He was. For being independent.
Seems like when you go to him, he'd just be the one guy at a meeting that would shit you off so much. Like, just ask all the questions. It's good though, but
Yeah, he loves to talk. He loves to talk. Now, we've gone for roughly 44 minutes. Oh, I've completely forgotten our sponsors.
I was waiting for that. I was gonna say, Trent, you need it. You've been listening. You need the sponsors, Trent. You need the sponsors.
So, me and Josh are wearing vintage soccer shirts attire. SOKKAH at the checkout for 10% off. We always love our vintage soccer shirts.
I
Now,
might actually cop one now. I don't have any vintage. I got one vintage shirt. I might cop another.
Josh,
one
go
soon.
check how much time we have on the camera as I read out our...
Get my legs moving.
So if you're listening this far on the podcast, we'd love you to follow us on Patreon.
You got 2 minutes and 39 seconds.
Oh, okay. I can do this. The patrons keep the podcast going. I'm going to shout them out now. Now, also, I'm going to talk about our main sponsor is Streamgate Live Streaming Australia. Dennis Fernandez, he's given us a new advertisement because we were too off the cuff before. So Streamgate has been live streaming since 2008, specialising in custom-built stream pages, pay-per-view and multi-language streaming. They can cater to large online conferences with multiple simultaneous streams and destinations, including all social media channels, servicing clients Australia-wide. Go to streamgate.com.au or find them on Instagram. Forza Sydney FC. That's Dennis.
I was gonna. No. Like, can you just drop them now? Thanks.
So big ups to Streamgate, and then I'm going to shout out our patrons if I have time. Big ups to Dusty, Ryan Robinson, Milan Kasari, Oscar Brotherson, Joe Kay, Andy Tin, John Morris, Harry Russell, Harry, Dennis Fernandez, Ben Robson, Taylor Morris, Natasha Williams, Andrea, Jacob Colangelo, Jordan Waters, David Clark, Fraser Minham, Glenn Olivero. Thank you so much for being our patrons. If you want to join us on Patreon.
Thanks, guys.
If you want to join us, patreon.com/Sokkah podcast. You can join the Discord where we have many discussions. I think time is up.
Is that active, the Discord?
Oh, very active. Very, very active. It's pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, that's all we have time for, Josh.
Thanks, Trent, for having me.
Pleasure. You may feature on the podcast again if Joe's too busy.
So I passed the test?
You passed the
Yes.
test. You passed the test.
Awesome.
Okay. Ciao.
Bye.